Good morning, track fans. How you doing? Welcome to the Sunday sessions. Yes. So I had a late one last night. I don't know. You can normally tell because the hair looks slightly worse than it normally is. But there you go. That's what we do. That's the ethos of the whole Sunday session, is to turn up out of bed. And that's what I've done today. I'm leading the charge on what it's all about. So just if you're joining us and you've never joined us on a Sunday before, all we do is we just rattle through some stuff that's happened in the week, some projects that we're working on. So if you just caught up, we're going to be doing some gridding, some lining out on this. We'll talk about that in a moment. And then, excuse me, this just random discussions about anything slot car related that we talk about. We'll answer your questions when you come on board. We'll get on to that now. Good morning, Darfingers. How are you, my friend? Good to see you on the screen. How's that? More coffee. Morning, Travis. How you doing, my friend? Are you in the gym? Are you pumping it up? Travis does like a gym session on a Sunday morning. There'll be none of that behaviour when it's a slot car festival weekend. In fact, your gym work will be dragging me to the show. Come on! Well, to be fair, I'll need no encouragement, mate. Morning, Darren. How you doing, mate? Loving your, gonna show it. Darren is a genius. Darren's figured out how to mobilize and rotate this. So much so, I'm going to see if I can try and show it to you. This is tense. Oh, he's going to pull it up. Ooh. Oh, it's worked. It's worked, right. Check that out. Look at that. Daz has got the rotating billboard sign from Magnetic Racing on his track, and that is coming along nicely. I'm going to see if I can get a different close-up for you. So, what am I doing? There you go. Brilliant. Morning, John D. How are you? 4 in the afternoon. Where are you? Australia. Look at that. Gets better. There it is. Track Fans TV. Oh, I need to know how to do this. How to print at that scale. Asked us, and the answer was hilarious. I'll let him tell you if he wants to, but that's how do you do that? I do them signs, mate. How do you do them signs? I need to do the signs. And anyway, I'll let him tell you if you want to know how he worked out those signs. Isn't that awesome? So let's do, as we always do, a quick shout out to the up and coming racers out there. Got my list, so don't forget anyone. Happy birthday, Albert, for yesterday. Well done, my friend. Reached up to the dizzy ages of 9. You were 6 when we started this experiment together, my friend. 9! Mate, happy birthday to you. Wilfie, you right? We got my man, Mark Richards, kids, Lewis and Elliot Richards. If you're watching this, your dad's a legend, means you're legends. Cameron, I don't know if you're awake yet, shook a leg. Come on, you're not too. Get up. Slot car action to be had. It's Cameron from Great Bar. Eddie and Eleanor, they love classic racing. And all the people that all the younger people that I've missed out, get in the comments and I'll shout you out next time. Melbourne for John. John, you're in Melbourne. My brother-in-law's in Melbourne, which I think is why me and Travis started talking. It's not that we like each other, it's just that he and my brother-in-law are from Melbourne. No, I'm only kidding, Trav. Right. Hello. Let's get that rotating so you can see what we're talking about. So I said to Daz, I asked him, Daz, where'd you get the banners made for your billboard sign? He offshored it. He donated the task to his wife and his wife sorted it. Daz, I think your wife has a new line of business for all of us lot who can't do scaling printing. I'm sure if we spend some time on YouTube, we'll work it out. But anyway, let's get rid of that for the moment. So he asked her what size they needed. He told her what size they needed to be, and bam, it was done. So really, what you could do is we could have this as like a sponsored feature. Love it. Okay, so let's there it is again. So I saw one. John Underwood had got one of these. MR Slot Car, Mr. Slot Car. You decide. I love that, the fact that it's very divided on how you say that. Mr. Slot Car, MR Slot Car. Who knows? Jury's out. Oh, do you know what? I feel like I'm waking up a bit. So anyway, enough salivating over what would be my next car. And who saw this? So this was the latest video that we launched. Video come out on Friday as a premiere. I finally got my act together. I finished the video probably on Wednesday and I got it all uploaded and so that the 4K would be ready when I launched it. And I launched it on Friday and it was really hard to sit on my hands knowing that I'd done it and I wanted to share it, but I shared it and it's out there now. So if you haven't had a look at this, this is a part of a video that complements two other YouTubers' videos when they're produced. So what you'll find with this is it's a 40-minute session, which isn't as much as I could have made this 2 hours easily, 2 hours. But what we got is I did a lot of live streaming, and the live streaming was a bit blurry, so I couldn't use a lot of that content in this video. However, Johnny S and Car Fun Mostly, Wayne. Hi, Wayne. They have both caught opposite ends of the event, which is really good. So if you want to see the full event, you've got to tune into all three of us: Car Fun Mostly, Johnny S, and us here at Track Fans TV. So if you haven't seen this. Awesome. Oh, that is the beauty of Slot Car Sundays. So hang on a second. Thanks, Travis. I really appreciate that. From you, I appreciate that. So update on the billboard banner. Update. And other news. I'm definitely starting to wake up. Anyway, so Mrs. Hall, like that. Mrs. Hall said she used words and sized them by centimetres. Right then, Track Fans, let's do some live timing. We got 8.5 centimetres, or if you're in architecture and design, 85 millimetres by 14 centimetres or 140 mil. So it's 140 mil. Kids, the kids have nicked all my pen. So it's 140 mil by 85 mil. Right. Workshop commences later. You know what the next issue is? Being a tight git. A few years ago when we changed the printer, I said, nah, we don't need colour. We just need black and white. We just need black and white here because the kids will be printing off faces or something on using all our ink. So we haven't got a colour printer. See? Skimping and saving has now come to bite me in the bottom. Right. So, okay. So I'm going to put it in the chats just so I don't forget it. And you guys have got a memory to come back to. There you go. Right. Got it in the chat now. That is there, set in stone for the rest of our days. Okay. So let's have a look then. So what else are we thinking? Just before we get on to taping up and gridding our project, which we're going to do a little bit on in a little bit, like that. It's Group C. It's the Group C club up at Rockingham Slot Car Club for the next few weeks. And for those who are not familiar, Group C, it's Le Mans. Group C, there's a lot of Le Mans going on around here lately. We've got Le Mans that I did. We've got the Le Mans video out on Friday. We've got this day. It seems to be like we've been Le Mans bombed. Anyway, this is what it is. Group C roughly look like this style of car that you can see on the screen here. So we've got choices. So these are the next few cars are the kind of cars that we can have. But before we get into this, let's have a quick look at what's going on here. So Daz is saying we're talking about the billboard signs. Let me just give you if you're just tuning in, what we've been talking about is Daz's sign here that he's managed to motorize and brand up. So he's got ourselves, Travis and Dave from Slot Car News. Travis from That Slot Car Guy. And we're having a discussion on what sizes you need to do. So Daz is telling us his trade secrets, which you just can't buy. Cheers, Daz. That's why we do this, because I have no idea. And now I have an idea. I've just got to exercise the idea, and that is normally where it goes pear-shaped. But that's what I like about craft. We're going to set it out and have a go. Yes. I would imagine this is a yes, Darfingers. I would imagine that this is a yes, use a full sheet and then cut it down. So if you set your print parameters in, well, I sound like I know what I'm doing. If you send them line things, at top you've got a centimetre on Word. I'm guessing if you trim that in, then that's going to be where it prints. So if you squeeze them lines and then print it on a full page, when you cut it out, you can turn it around, put it in your printer, and then you print on the top half, right? That's logical in my eyes. Possibly not going to work like that. Good morning, grandson. How you doing? Welcome aboard. We're just doing the onboarding session. We've got people popping in, drifting in, seeing what's happening. This thing keeps stopping. Now get that rotating on the screen again. Yes, Shane, showing some love for Daz's work here. So, as you can see, Daz has got his Scalextric track set up there. He's got some pretty nice crash barriers going on. I'm going to hazard a guess. Those crash barriers, are they from Slot Track Scenics? Because I know we give magnetic racing a lot of love on this track. A lot of love if you're tuning in, Ian and Doug. A lot of love. But I do have some great relationships, and it's only fair to mention my good pals Guy and David from over at Slot Track Scenics. They are doing some sick next level stuff. Hang on. Amazing stuff. So you can tune it, you can go and find them online. They're all over the place. They're really good at what they do. Really good guys. Very, very heavy on their figures. Really good on the figures. Really good on the banners and the barriers and things like that. Just a great firm, and complements magnetic racing really well. The other people that we know nothing about, I know nothing about, it's the royal we, is WASP. WASP. This is someone that Tari uses between magnetic racing and these guys, and I've got to check them out at some point. So WASP or WASP, I'm not sure how you say it. If you're at Gaydon, the Slot Car Festival, then I definitely want to have a chat with you. I want to get you on camera. I want to have a chat. I want to find out what you're about, see what you do. I want to get involved. So if anyone from Wasp is watching now, well done. But if you're watching it back later, maybe get in touch, or I'll reach out to you in a week. It's a busy week this week at work. I've got a show. Right, and let's get it rotated. Let's have another look at it from a distance. Look at that. Morning, Paul. Paul's in the house. What we don't know is Paul is possibly nursing a 2-day hangover. How was it on Friday, mate? Did you survive? Nathan, good morning. New viewer, and welcome back to the hobby, mate. Welcome back, dude. So let's have a look. So you just got back into the hobby in January. Excuse me. From a background of miniature wargaming, bit anxious to start doing scratch building terrain from a trial, mate. Nathan, mate. Seriously, you got nothing to worry about. Look, this is me scratch building the base. So honestly, my friend, if you're new to the channel, oh man, I thought I'd drop some of that bush into my coffee, but it's safe. Put the coffee out of the way. Yeah, if you're watching, there's no right or wrong. Sometimes when you really mess it up and you go and have a coffee and you come back, you go, oh, actually, that doesn't look too bad. What I might do is throw some pebbles down here or something. I'm ruining my life here. And then, I don't know, I might rust up a bit of an old banger car I've stolen a Hot Wheels from Travis, and I've rusted it up and dented it up so it doesn't look like his there. There's no right or wrong. Nathan, you can't mess it up, mate, honestly. And if you mess it up, chances are it'll actually look better than you wanted it to look. That's what I love about this place. So yeah, well done getting back into things. Tell you what I'm going to do. Just going to remove these. There you go. So, Darfingers, what? Oh, yes, grandson. So, we've got WAP does the mini arcades. Yes. I wonder where they come from. Oh, it's all coming out now. It's all coming out now. You're all into Wasp, and I have no idea. This is fantastic. So, when I get some Wasp stuff and I'm doing it on the show, it's you guys will be like, this is old hat. So let's take this out. See what some of these comments, read through some of these comments. We've got a bit of a community going on. I like it. Slot Car Sessions is growing in legs. People joining in and interacting with each other. Good on you guys. Let me catch up. So, Darfingers, working on my barriers, printed signs for them, making them look weathered and adding red LED light fixtures using Legos. Legos. Can you send me some pictures of that? Because I'm not visualizing that at all. Lego. And I've got a whole massive, huge box of Lego here because we love building stuff when Albert and Wilf comes. Yes, exactly. Grandson straight on it. You want to come and join us on the show? You think like it? We think the same. Excuse me. I've got a bit of a stutter. Hello, Shiliv. How you doing? I hope I've pronounced that correctly. Yes. Why don't we get the polycar out and have a look? I haven't actually. Here it is. I haven't actually done anything with it yet. I haven't, no. And the reason being is because I've been working all week. I've been working on Le Mans video. I didn't get that one as I wanted it, and decide, like picking your kids, what do you put in, what do you leave out? It's really difficult. So no, nothing done on polycar as yet this week. Last week, sorry. Now I did have a guest hopefully lined up for today, but I'm not going to say who it is, but I'm going to try and get them in for next week. And if you're watching this, it'll be amazing to have you on the show. Anyway, so yes, nothing done on the polycar track as yet, but we could get it out and have a look in a bit, but we've got a bit to get on with. Yes, please, Darfingers. We want to see that. Okay, now we're into business. Excuse me, sorry. I just got up like everyone. He's mounted this base onto a motor, and then he's got it so that it all rotates nicely. That's what he's done. And if you just tuned in and have no idea what I'm talking about, this is what I'm talking about. Does his thing. Yeah, see now, Paul, there you go. He's gone back to bed. He's taken his phone with him so he doesn't miss a shred of slot car sessions. See you later, mate. Get well soon. Not get well, but get sober soon. And any younger viewers watching this is what happens when you go drinking. You can't tune in to slot car sessions. And what we need to do now is for Paul's kids to go and jump all over him like a trampoline for at least 10 minutes. Paul's kids, go and sort your dad out. Okay, so let's have a look. We've got Cyborg in the session. Hello, Cyborg. Greetings from Northampton in the UK. He's calling in from, let's just take that out, Colorado. What time is it there, please? We are 7:28 here in the UK. Thank you, Shane. Appreciate that, my friend. Right then, so if we start to prep a little bit more of this. Right, let's see if this, I don't know if this is going to make it too bright now. Yeah, it is, yeah. Right, let's get rid of that. So, we did the spraying. Now, I've not actually sanded this one back down yet and sprayed it up as I did this side. So again, if you're just tuning in and you've not been on the last few weeks, I know it's a big ask to go back and re-watch a live stream or content because there's so much content coming out. It is a fantastic time to be in the slot car hobby or train hobby or airfix or corgi or whatever hobby you're in to do with scale modeling, but it is a fantastic time. And the reason being is because there's so much content to watch. When I got into this 2.5, maybe 3 years ago, actually, hey, it's April. Hang on a second. Hang on. I want to share this with you. I've just had a thought. Now, if I fall on my face here, at least I tried to do some dynamic TV. Right. This is going to work. Here we go. Okay, so what I'm doing is I've just had a thought that we've just had a birthday on the channel. So if you're watching this, we had a birthday. We turned 3. I've been rambling nonsense to you guys for 3 years. Look at that bad boy. I didn't even realise that the show is 3 years old. 3. So stop sharing that. Come back in the room. 3, he says, nearly holding up 4 fingers. So what we ideally need to do is we need to now do some taping. So let's peel it back. I'm gonna just take you down to this height while we do this. There we go. Cool. Well, we just do a couple of yeah. Okay, so Darren's telling us let's just get some more kudos that the rotating motor is actually at the top of the mast. Interesting. Right. So what we're going to have to do, Daz, is we're going to meet a Magnetic Racing stand in Gaydon at the Slot Car Festival, and you're going to show us how it's done. What we could do is we could set up a seminar. Let's just take that down a second. We could set up a seminar where Daz teaches all of us how to do it. No, I wouldn't put you under that pressure, Daz. I wouldn't do it to you, mate. Unless you wanted to. But everyone wants you to. So I don't know how we deal with that. Anyway. Yes, je live. Carl, there you go, mate. Well done, Carl. So we're going to take this off. We're going to get the right tools. It's going to help us. That's not the right tool. You're joking. Right then. Okay, so what we've got to do is we've got to de-tape this now. So we're going to take this off. Nice and gently does it. So I'm not looking at the comments for the moment, just because I'm concentrating. But we had a Group C this week at the club, and that was cool. I enjoy Group C. We'll have a look at some Group C cars in a moment. So there you go. What we got is we've got the green base. And I love the way that Paul, the inspiration for this colour, green bottom and arches, and then some stripes on there, he's gone to bed. He's gone back to bed, everyone. So he gives us inspiration for the car, and now he's jacked off and gone back to bed to sleep. I'm only kidding, Paul. I'm only joking, mate. Get your strength up, because what we don't realise is that Paul is an avid YouTuber now, and he started to get serious on his YouTube channel. I don't know if anyone's seen it yet. So what I'll do is, being the kind of great guy that I am. Hold on. Here he is. Here he is in action. So if you want to see some great coverage, flip over and subscribe to Slot Car 2021. He's not here at the moment because he's gone back to bed. So yeah, so there we go. So we got the Rover. I know, he's straight. Hey, grandson, you gotta give him some banter. I love it. He's gone back to bed. So the Rover is starting to take shape indeed. So what I've got is I'm going to take this off. I can't remember where we had the join. God, I tell you, it's like I've got about 900 frogs in my throat this morning. That's it. Put the knife down, Pete, before it hurts someone, mainly myself. Okay. Quite happy with that. Quite happy with how that's come out. Excuse me. Yeah, the line's... It's held the line. It's held the line. It's held the line quite well. Okay, so we've learned that what I've got to do is I've got to grid it out. Sorry, we've got to tape it up. Then we're going to have to spray it. which I'm probably not going to do here because it's like, you know, adage, watching paint dry. Who wants to watch paint dry? Not me. It's Sunday. It's about chilling out. Indeed. Right then. So, most people go, do you remember what we said? We're going to have a thick line. Then we're going to have two thinner lines and then two really thin lines with the 3 tapes sizes that I've got. So I have to make sure that I get them in the right order: small, medium, large. So we'll start with the large one because that's going to denote where we're going. And like I said, I've got no plan, I've got no design, no anything. No bleed through the tapes, our fingers. Thanks, guys. Some nice comments. Cheers, Travis. Cheers, grandson. Cheers, Darren. Okay, here we go. All right, then. So I always take the first bit of tape off like that, because normally where you break stuff, you get a little bit of dirt in there. Right then. So I want to do an offset. I want it offset. So, like I said, I don't know if this is going to be right or wrong. If Adam Lemaistre is watching this now, morning, Ad. If you're watching this now, you're probably cringing if I'm doing something wrong. So what you'll see is what I'm thinking is here you can see it better. You got the line, the seal where the door, the bonnet goes. So what I'm thinking is it possibly a good practice, maybe just to compress gently is just to work it into those lines so that you are minimizing the amount of bleed that can go down here and under the tape. I hope I'm doing this right. And then just roll it round here. And then on to the next bit. It's going like that. There you go. So it's good. And again, down here, you've got contour lines. So I want to try and thumb it in there a little bit. There we go. Yeah, it's all right. It's looking good. It's on the top. We'll get around here and get it into that crack there. Make sure you get, trying to just make sure that you've got it's adhered to the whole of the bonnet. Again, thumbing it into the line there. Try and minimize the bleed that might happen, because that is just going to drive you bleeding mad. Take that off because I'm going to use that for something else in a minute. Okay, so we've got what I'm going to do is I don't know if Pete Shepherd's watching this. Now, Pete Shepherd from Racing Replicas, the boy knows how to spray cars. The boy knows how to spray cars like a legend. Okay, there we go. Take that around there. Okay, so we got the first one on, and you can see it comes all the way from the back, all the way across, round to the front. So that's the fat one, that's the wide one. Now we need to get a couple others on. So that's the wide one. Get the thin one. Now I'm thinking, do we space it out, or do we have it quite close and then gradually on the next one come a bit wider and the next one a bit wider still? Do we do one of the thick one, then two of this size, and then the rest of them on this size? Or do we just do three, as in one, a medium and a thin, that one, a medium and a thin? Yeah, I think that's what we'll do, because then that way we've got the stripes, and then we can put like the decals down the side here and around the back, and just keep that top bit looking pretty swish. Maybe a classic 3 numbers, 1, 2, 3, leave the top for sponsorship. I don't know, so many ideas. Yeah, this is the thing. No, I'm going whole car, baby. Whole car. If you're going to be a bear, be a grizzly. Start that top bit off. Okay, here we go. All right, we got it on. Bang a gong. Sorry, I'm just concentrating, boys and girls. It's like multitasking. Who does that? So again, same difference. You want to thumb it in there, bring it round, try and make it follow the same contour detailing on the door. So you've got a similar, yeah, there you go. We've got it all right. It's a bit wide. That's looking good. So we want the precision. I'm going to use my blade, and I'm going to cut it right in the middle of that, because I want to curve it over this side and this side. And that is the nice thing with a sharp knife. If you're young, like if you're under 35, then always seek adult permission or adult help when you're using a scalpel. So if you're under 35 years old, you have to go and find a sensible adult to help you out using the craft knife. All right, so promise me that you won't hurt yourself, because we can't have that libelous on the show. So plans for today, track fans? What's everyone up to? Anyone got any slotting action going on? There is some slotting action going on today, everyone. I don't know if anyone's in the cars up to Manchester. I know that a few of the Rockingham crew, Team Rockingham, yes, are heading up there now as we speak. They all met at the club this morning. Oh my God, it's early, 6:30, to head up there for the National GT3 Championships. So if anyone's interested in seeing the track that they're racing on, I've got it ready, so stay tuned. Once we've taped this up, we'll have a look at it. So okay, so as you can see, starting to get that back line on now. It's a little bit finicky, this bit, because it's on the door reveals, and it's it's not difficult, it's just finicky. And when you want to keep the pressure on the tape so that it takes to the car and doesn't give you a bleed, then you got to concentrate. So that's what I'm loosely trying to do here. See, this won't do. See, this won't do at all. It starts thin here and goes fat there. We won't have that. That's not good enough. So we need to spread it out a little bit, not too much, or it won't run through here. Okay, that is looking good. To thumb it into the bonnet marks, get a nice groove there. Perfect. Okay, so that's line 2. Not happy with it. Looks okay. That line is thicker than that line. Can I live with it is the question. What do you reckon? Can I live with that? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Daz, it's your birthday on Tuesday. Anyway, back to what we're doing here. Happy birthday for Tuesday. Right. We'll sort something out. Don't you worry. Okay, let's crack on with this. But we're going to be here until tea time. I'm going to live with that for the time being. When I come to spray it, I might not be able to live with it, but we'll see. So what I'm going to do now is what I'm realizing is rather than do a long piece, maybe do shorter pieces and just do each section as I go, and it might be a little bit more manageable. So that's a tip I've learned today. Rather than going for long strips, just maybe go for shorter strips. And the other thing that's exciting is the wood routed track that Ian and Doug spoke of last week. That is becoming a reality. So it's looking like, track fans, I might have my first ever wood routed track. So that's okay. So I'm happy with that. Let's try and get some. So that's pretty good for me. Like that. And so I'm getting my first wood routed track. That is going to be epic. So I have no idea. John and Matt have told me to route a bit that I need because it's an unfinished track. So I'm going to have to do the work on it. That's right. Some content there probably. Although I don't know if it's good content to see me whopping my finger off on a wood routed track. Can't believe it's your birthday on Daz. Birthday on Tuesday, Darren. Awesome, mate. I do love birthdays, and so close to the slot car event as well. I mean, it's perfect timing. Perfect timing to have a birthday. Okay, happy with that on the back now. You can just about make it out. Let's try and, yeah, there we go. So you can see it's kind of coming around the back as well. Quite like that effect. That's going to look good when we spray it. And then the last bit just on the front. Here we go. Might have been a bit ambitious with the tape. Okay, so once we've got this on, we'll take a look at some Group C cars. Okay, good. And what we'll do is we'll redo this because it's bothering me. I can't lie, it is bothering me. I'm going to make it the right thickness. There. Now I'm happy. No, I'm not. Now I'm happy. That is much better. Much better sight spacing. So we've got it coming from the front, just on the side. We've got it shooting all the way over the back and around the side. Excellent. Right. That is ready for the next phase. We will need to tape up around the edges so that we don't ruin our initial drawing. Right, let's bring this up now. Yes, there you go. Right, yeah. So here we go. So we've done that. So what I'll do is I'll undercoat that up and get that sprayed for when we see each other next. That'll be cool. So Group C, I need your help on this. But before I do go into that, let's catch up with what we're saying here. So John, what we got? So you were racing last night. Yes, mate. Can-Am class using a McLaren M6. Oh, I love that. Oh, I do love that. The BRM sedans with an Alpha GTA and the Pioneer Legends. Pioneer Legends. Well, we all know we're big fans of Pioneer here. One of the few things, one of the few things left that's made in England. Doosh. I love it. Yeah, it actually says it as well. Product made in England. Beautiful car. Beautiful car. Can't wait to get this out. So yeah. Yep, I'll bring it down. I'm gonna bring the Rover down, and it's gonna be on display. I'm going to get the Rover done, and I'm going to get the Rover working, and we're going to race it on Ian and Doug's track. We're going to take the Rover rally driving, and I'm going to leave it on Ian and Doug's track. And if you turn up to Ian and Doug's track at Magnetic Racing at the Slot Car Festival and say, I'm a track fan, can I have a go on the Rover? Then they might just let you have a go on the Rover, but we'll see. It might be... I don't know whether they're precious about the track and what's raced on the track, but if they're up for it, any track fans who have been involved in this, more than happy to let you have a go on the track with the Rover, sprayed up, ready. So, Magnetic Racing, if you want some sponsorship on the car, start printing out your little logos. You've got a 2mm by 2mm space. What we got? Yeah, Travis is missing home. John, I tell you, there's a night out. When he comes back, he's going to be wanting to go racing. And I think here, just to... So it's just an invite to 29th. Oh, there's some Fast and Furious racing going on, what seems like in Australia. So if you're watching this from Australia, get over there. Yes, Shaleev, this is what all about, mate. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing half the time, and I'm learning, and that's all we can do, mate. Yeah, I am. I'm going down to a motor store later. It begins in H and ends in Alfred's, and I'm going to buy some white primer because I've run out. I've only got the grey stuff upstairs. So I've got to get the white primer. I'm going to get the white primer, and that'll just make life a lot easier for spraying this. As the other last week I was using this stuff, the Vallejo primer, which in honesty is white. Don't know if you can see, it's white, but it's very thin, so you have to do about 900 layers for it to get over such a dark color like the green. But the Halford's white primer, recommended by Magnetic Racing for spraying up their stuff. So when you get a Magnetic Racing, it looks like this, and when you spray it, it looks like this. Their stuff is really, the Halford stuff is really thick. So all I'd need to do is maybe 2 passes, and that's going to be ready for spraying, rather than maybe 8 or 9 to get it as white as I would like it. Yeah, so I said this to Matt and John on the way up to the Rockingham Slot Car Club on Friday. I said, yeah, I need to bribe my best mate, who's a chippy, to come round and route it out for me. But they were both adamant to say, no, you don't need to do that. You just need to get a template, i.e. something that you can nail to the wood that gives you the shape. Like if I was doing a straight line, to nail this, screw this to the surface, then get the wood router on the edge here, and then literally drag it out. You can see I've never routed before. Actually, I'm going to use that bit of wood later to have a practice on. So I'm going to start practicing and everything, my routing skills, ahead of getting a half routed track. So when it arrives, I can do a half decent job. And then if I mess up, and if I really can't get the hang of it, playing around with like scrap bits of wood and stuff, then yeah, I'm not averse to getting a professional to come in and do it, because they're kindly donating a track to the channel. Magnetic Racing have donated a half finished, half routed, wood routed track. This is coming from their space. I can't wait. Seriously, like seriously. Seriously good. Thank you guys. We'll get stuck straight into that when it comes. Yeah, this is interesting. So we get lots of the parts supply from Pioneer, Pioneer, great. I mean, this is the first and only car I've got. I got it for my birthday. So if you want to have a look at the car, a bit more about it, my birthday was 2nd of January. So scroll back to that in the videos, and you'll find it. I'm holding it up like this. Love it. Okay, what we got going on? Yes, Travis did make a video. I think he's still waiting for his braids. He's just got. There was a slight mishap. There was an error in coding or something. I don't know. Some gremlins have got in a system on Travis's track, and they sent him the wrong braid. However, Travis, how big is that braid? I've got a wood routed track coming. We'll talk later, my friend. I might have a use for that track, that braid. Yes, Daz. So Daz went to A1 Slots, Roger Barker Slots, A1 Slots. Get in there. It's over at Newark, or near Newark. Fantastic place. Roger, Justin, and the guys, Paul, all massive friends of ours. We love them to bits. Roger, Paul, Justin, great guys, and Darren is now there. Oh my good lord. Daz, every 6 weeks is every 6 weeks, right, mate? And the fact that you can get there once every 6 weeks means you're racing once every 6 weeks. That's not bad. If I had a calculator here, I do. hold on, because my brain is not working this out. 52 divided by 6 is about 9, isn't it? 8 times a year. So you can go slot car racing at A1 slots 8 times a year. That's pretty good. That's all right. Then you've got the slot car festivals. That's 9 times a year. Are you entering the polycar race? Or are you entering, I can't remember what the race is on the, Sunday. Got DTM in my head, but I'll have a look later and I'll report back to you, track fans. Let me write that down on the to-do list. Okay. To do races at Gaydon. Well, I'll find that out. I know it's Polycar on Saturday because me and Travis have entered. I love it. I love the fact that I'm entering in for competitions. So yeah, so well done, Daz. It's the start, and I tell you, now you've started, you'll be looking at other places that open on other days that are more convenient. So you'll be like, right, Monday's A1 slots. I can do a Thursday. Where's open on a Thursday? Well, I can tell you, Wolverhampton do practice on a Thursday and their race on a Friday. See, so the plot thickens. But if you all go to Slot Forum, there's actually sections that you can look under. I illustrated this in the Milton Keynes swap meet. So if you want to see how it looks, have a look at the swap meet video, because I illustrated it there, how you can find a slot car club near you and a map where it's all dotted on, and literally it's like all over the country. So you can find a slot car club near you quite easily. It just depends on what night you can do, where they are, and of course what they race. You know, if they're just doing, I don't know, BTCC rally and you're into F1, ain't gonna be quick enough. Not gonna be quick enough. The same vice versa. If you're into F1 but you don't like BPR, you're done, because BPR is slow. Have I got that right? BRM, sorry, not BPR. BRM, 1 in 24th scale. So, Area 51, Darfingers. Yeah, we'll check that out. Oh, yeah, I said, talking about tracks, I said, good luck to all the guys today who are racing at South Manchester. Shall we have a look at the tracks that they're racing on? Here we go then. I don't know whether it's the Catalunya track, which looks pretty sick, or whether it's this one. I've got a feeling it's going to be the Three Rivers track, in honesty. It looks amazing, right? Look at that. Check out some of them straights. Awesome. So the whole world in his universe, they've got 32 entrants are going to be there. Racing at South Manchester Slot Car Club. If you wanted to reach out to these guys and speak to them in your own time about joining them, you've got an email address here and a contact page and where it is. So there you go. And a phone number as well. So if you want to, don't go down there today. It's going to be busy. It's possibly with 32 racers and their plus ones. It's possibly going to be a closed shop. But if you want to go racing, like Daz has been racing on Monday at A1 Slots in Newark. I go racing on Fridays at Rockingham Slot Car Club in Corby, which is in the Midlands near Northampton. I know the Wolverhampton boys, the Great Bar boys, the North London boys. I think Southend do theirs on a Friday, all Fridays. But all the slot car clubs have websites and they have calendars on them. But if you can't find that, go to Slot Forum and you'll be able to find a slot car club near you. So we'll just rattle through some of these. Practice the routing. Yeah, you know that. I did used to make routed presentation stands for my old business. So it would literally be a bit of wood like this and diagonal cuts across it. And then I would stand the tile up in it so it stood upright like this. So I've had a go before, but not at curvature. So yeah, John, I'm getting that. Mac in the house. Yes, Mac. If anyone is interested, Mac does. Put your handle in here for Instagram, Mac. Mac does some amazing Instagram footage. Amazing Instagram footage. Yeah, there you go. Even if you're in Melbourne, Melbourne has slot car clubs too. So get down there, in the words of Travis, and support local. I don't know what way to take that, Nathan. I don't know if that's a real thing or if that's a slur. But anyway, so Nathan is saying Angel Park Speedway. And I'm going to say Angel because I used to follow a set of DJs called Angeli and Nelson. Brilliant. If you're into trance, they are the bomb. So yes, so Group C. So and we said that Group C, for people who don't know, is Le Mans, and it's a bit like this. So we've got the choices. So I haven't got one of these. I quite like the look of it. So that's the 956. Got a couple of these to have a look at. We've got the Nissan. Now I have got one of these. I bought this off a guy in Wolverhampton Slot Car Club. So if you're watching this, Rob, thank you very much, my friend. So I've got one of these. Okay. So what else have we got? Ooh, yes. 962. As we know, I've got a few of these. Now, problem is that as you grow up, I've got to reassure you, track fans, because it's come to my attention that as you grow older, you become a bit forgetful. So this is happening to me at the moment. So I'm very sorry if I forget things, but I'm forgetting things. So let me give you for an example, two big ones. So as I'm leaving the 24-hour Le Mans Disca race, slot car race the other week, I phoned back to the guys because I'd forgotten something. And I'd actually forgotten something trivial. It was, I don't know, a bag or something, like a sleeve or something. I said, oh yeah, Matt, can you bring it to the club on Friday? No, it wasn't. It was my cup of coffee, my trusted coffee cup. If anyone knows me, I go everywhere with it. It's like my comfort blanket. And I'd forgotten it. I said, Matt, can you bring it to the club next week? It's cool. He goes, yeah, you've forgotten your camera. I'd actually left the camera, my main camera, on the table at the slot car event. Not a cheap camera. So left that there. So I had to drive back and get that then, reunited with the cup. And then Friday night, we're driving, going back home at like midnight, Friday night, get a call from Mick up the club. He goes, John, because John was driving, have you left your controller here? And John's like, no, I packed it up. And then I'm sitting in the back going, yeah, it's my controller. That's mine. It's like the whole point of being able to race, you need a controller. I've left mine at the club. So left the controller. I've left the camera. Being forgetful comes of an age, guys. I've been told by Matt, who's worked in the hospital for many years, it's normal. So we've got to embrace it. It's okay. Just make more notes. Make more notes, people. Here we go. So we're talking BRM. Nice. But anyway, yeah. So Porsche 962. So I've left my controller and I've left my Fortuna livery Porsche 962. Absolutely love this. Now I want to do a disclaimer. I got these images of these cars. These are slotted. I've put their logo on here. I've borrowed these images from Maurizio at Slotit's website. I hope that's okay, Maurizio. I'll put your logo there so people know who to buy your image cars from. And to be honest, getting to know Maurizio, he's a progressive. He will be enjoying the promotion. One of these, Jaguar XJ10, XJR10 even. Now, I'm off the shot here a little bit. This isn't it. I thought this might be it, but it isn't. This is a 12. That's a 10. But I got this as well from Rob. So I got the pink, the Jaguar and the Nissan from Rob. And I put them on a track. And to say they need a little work is a bit of an understatement. An understatement, I tell you. So I'll come back to this. Okay, track-wise, grandson, yeah, Nuremberg ring. Has anyone done, does anyone do VR in here? Does anyone doing VR? As you tried Gran Turismo? I've admittedly, being on the welfare, I'm still on PlayStation 4 VR. So I haven't got PS5 at all, but I've got PS4. Haven't been on the VR in ages because I've been making videos for you guys and doing slot car stuff and integrating with the family and keeping them on the straight and narrow. Yeah. So, but if you get the chance to have a go on VR in Gran Turismo, really good. Just another tip for that is if it's your first time, go on a speedway or go on concrete track. If you go onto a rally track, it might make you feel quite sick because of how it floats around in the VR. It's really weird. So yeah, if you're going on VR, here we go, grandson. Yes! All right, it's not VR, but he does do GT7 on the PS5. I really want to get it. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about, Darfingers. Grandson, if you get a chance on VR, it is something else. But yeah, if you suffer from vertigo, do not do VR because it puts out your sense of balance a little bit. It's quite strange. I like it. It's like a good Saturday night 20 years ago. So yeah, there we go. Right then, guys. So I'm thinking, might wrap it up here. Might wrap it up here because I want to do a bit of filming later on some stuff to keep it fresh, keep it exciting. I don't want to tell you what I'm doing. Well, I do. I don't want to tell you everything because there's got to be a little bit element of surprise. Something pops up in the week. I don't know. I tell you, if you want to get more content, you can always tune into Patreon. I do Patreon. So the guys there, I'm treating Patreon. It's a little bit like the Slot Car Journal if you're in America, or a diary if you're here in Europe. So keeping a little back of the scenes diary of like pottering around. Might be working on these later. Might pop on to Patreon, some updating, some stuff on there. Just little tidbits over there. So if you're not familiar with Patreon, go and have a look at Patreon. Anything that comes through there is bought for the show by you guys. So I really appreciate that. Anyway, so what will we do? I will be spraying that later, priming that later again. Be having a look at Polycar. Practicing routing. I might set a Scalextric up for a cheeky little burn while I'm there. Why not? Got Polycar, got Scalextric, wood routed tracks coming in. It's going to be amazing. Yeah, grandson. VR does take it out of you a little bit. It does. And I advise sitting down if it's your first go on VR. So thanks. So yeah. So look, let's do it. Let's wrap it up a bit and we'll go and get coffees. Go and recharge the batteries. It's a Sunday slot car sessions. I really appreciate everyone tuning in. So say goodbyes to everyone and then we'll get on for a day and then we'll come back and we'll do it all again next Sunday. Progress on this. I definitely have a guest in next week. He says, but people are enjoying getting up for 7. I really, really are. So what am I actually, before I sign off, what's the threshold for starting at 7:30? Because what that might do for us is start 7:30. We can get our little bit of banter and our catch-ups and whatever we're doing done. Then we can get a guest in loosely 8, just after 8. That's pretty cool because that's quite social on a Sunday. You're allowed as a tradesperson to start doing DIY and start drilling and sawing and mechanical sawing stuff from 8 a.m. on the weekend. So since you can make massive pneumatic noise, we can convince someone to come in and have a chat with us. So we'll try and get that on. Guys, girls, ladies, gentlemen, people of all ages, thanks ever so much for tuning in again, sharing some slot car madness on a Sunday. Where else can you get this on a Sunday morning? Tune into, Travis had a poll sometime recently. He polling whether he should go live this evening to talk about Slot Car Festival. Well, Travis, from one tube to another tube, yes, you should. Brilliant, mate. No, do. I don't know what time you're going to tune in, what time you're going to go live, but we'll be watching. And also, just before I sign off, if you're at a loose end now, what to do? Now we've stopped talking on our feed. I saw that Slot R, my mate Dave, well, he's not my mate because we've never met or really spoken to properly, but we've had some interactions through chat. So I'm going to go with my mate Dave. He's got some new content that he's released this week. He's got a brand new car. Revo Slot is his thing. So if you want to know what Revo Slot Dave has got, tune into Slot R. Get over to Slot Car 2021 and watch my main man Paul. He's up and coming YouTuber. He's doing a few bits with cars, with buildings. That's cool. Get over to see some of the Yanks. My mate Marty over there. You've got Boone, you've got Dave. So 2 lines. Boone Slot Car Garage. You've got all sorts going on. If you want to do a bit more race coverage, a bit more technical, a bit more hard-nosed kind of tuning stuff, go and check out Wayne at Car Fun Mostly's channel. You've got Johnny S. He's going to be doing, both Wayne and Johnny are both working on Le Mans videos. I don't know if Wayne is, but we've been trying to get him to. So Wayne, come on, do a video. All of those pit videos you did for Le Mans on the Friday, get an editing software and join them all together, and that'll make your episode, mate. It's just like that. But I'll help you if you want to put them together. Let's jump on a live stream or together behind the scenes, and I'll show you how to put that together, because you got some amazing footage, and I think that all the guys in the room today and the people watching back to this would absolutely love to see it. And I'm more than happy to help you put that video together behind the scenes, show you how it works, because we want the content. And then if you want a full-on Le Mans brief, this guy's been doing it for 10 years. Johnny S is the man. He does the main video, and that's why my video was sort of complimentary, leaving off some of the starts and the pits, the front for Wayne, some of the bits towards the end, and the killer interviews that we did, Johnny S and I, for his video. So that between the three of us, you got a lot of viewing, but each video isn't like 9 years long. Yes, James, well done. Thank you, Travis. I forgot. And James over at Cleve Tech. Yes, this guy is winning races. If you have a look at the BRSCA, the British Slot Racing, BRSCRA, British Slot Car Racing Association, I'll get it wrong. You see James on there winning everything. The guy is lightning, but he does really technical stuff on his channel. He'll get an engine, motor. Sorry, he'll get a motor, and he'll rewire it and listen and get all that right frequency. Oh my God, he's next level. James, if you're watching this, mate, keep it going. First class. Thanks, Trav. So update on Travis's live stream, maybe about 4. Is that your time or our time, Travis? Is that your time? Because if that's your time, it means 3 o'clock in the UK. Don't miss it, track fans. Balancer, we've got someone else. Cleves axle balancer, yes. There you go, grandson. Right then, everyone, we've given some slot love. We've had a slot banter. One thing left to say. Take it easy, guys. Have a good week ahead. I'll see you at some point on the channel, whether it's in the community tab, whether it's doing a little video. Who knows? Keep tuned.